Good morning. Welcome to this week's edition of Delta Media Group's Tech Tuesday. I figured I'd point out real quick before we get started. Let's take a look up in the corner here. Thanksgiving, right around the corner. It's pretty exciting. It might be my favorite holiday. Now, Halloween's probably my favorite holiday, but Thanksgiving might be a close second. Good holiday. Football and food. So anywho, today I'm going to go over QR codes. It's not something that gets a whole lot of use by a lot of people, but it is something that's available to you in the DeltaNet. So we're going to go over it and show you how they work. So let's go on into the DeltaNet. And here we are on our main login page. Now to get to QR codes, we will go over to the QR code tab. And now we'll go down and look at the overviews page first. Now all this page is just gives you some information about the QR codes themselves. There's some videos down here. And you can download an order form. The order form allows you to get yard signs, which look just like this picture. They have a great big QR code on them. And you can scan those and you can manage where that sign goes through the DeltaNet. So the way these work is you get a sign that has this little link on it and this graphic, and then when somebody uses their phone or their smartphone with a QR code scanner to scan this, it'll take them to this URL, and then you control through the DeltaNet where this URL goes. You control that by going up to QR codes and down to yard signs. I don't have any yard signs. If I did, there would be an option here that would show the sign's URL, which is what the actual code itself goes to, and a drop-down menu where you choose where that URL will go. So when they click on it, that short URL will redirect to whatever you choose here. And then there'll be some stats on them as far as how many times they've been used, things like that, and some notes about it if you want to have specific notes about your specific yard signs. Now, to give you an idea of what these actually look like, as part of the upgrade package, you have 2 printable QR codes already available to you, and the interface to manage those is basically the same as the interface to manage the yard signs. So we'll go down here to printable, and here we are. So this would be our sign URL. And we can use this drop down to say specifically what we want it to do. So if we go down to, see, we can have it go to page not found if we want. I don't know why you would off the top of my head, but you could do that. You can have it go to a specific property detail page. You can have it go to your website's home page, or you can specify a URL. So in this case, I've chosen a specific URL, and I just went ahead and typed in YouTube. We can view stats. It'll show us how often it was scanned. I made this as a test one. Apparently I haven't scanned it here in a while. And now with the printable ones, we can click the download button, and that downloads a file here. So if we open that up and close that. So here's what our QR code sign looks like. Now all this is the code, so what you can do with this is you can either print it out with your own home printer and do whatever you want with it. You can stick it to a flyer box at an open house, or you can do whatever you want from there. But if anyone scans this, it's going to look to the DeltaNet. It'll use this URL. It'll see that we have that set to go to a specific URL, so it'll take you to YouTube. Now you can also take this file that you downloaded to a local print shop if you have one, and you could have your own signs printed, or you could print this on any kind of just print advertisement you have, and then you could track how often it's being used, and you can set it to go wherever you want. And the nice thing is, because it uses this short URL, you can set it to go there dynamically. You would just go in here and, if you have that on a bunch of print advertisement and one week you want it to go to a specific custom page on your website that has to do with a special event maybe, then you could do that. And then say the next week you still have all that print advertisement out there with that code on it, but you want it to go to your home page instead. You would just go in here, switch this to your home page. You can choose, if you have multiple custom domains, which domain for your home page you want it to go to. And then you're set to go. And now that same code that's already out there and already printed will go to your home page instead. So that's pretty much all there is to QR codes. You can generate a second QR code here. We give you 2 printable ones as far as the upgrade platform goes. And you can generate those 2 and just print them out as you see fit. Now the last thing you can do with QR codes is you can get onto text messages here, and you can set up your phone number, and the idea is that the system will send you a text message whenever your QR code is scanned. I believe it still uses the older system to send text messages, and what that means is basically our system sends an email to, if you have a Verizon phone, for example, it would send an email to your phone number at vtext.com or vtext.net, and it relies on Verizon to convert that to a text message and send it to your phone. So sometimes it can get a little finicky, but it comes down to your wireless carrier as to whether or not those will go through. But this is just an extra feature that will generally work with most phone carriers without too much trouble. All right, so there you go. I think the last thing I'll do is just give you a look at the order form. And this is just all the order form looks like. If you wanted to order any QR code signs, you can go in here, you just fill the form out, and then fax it over to this number. Or you can give us a call and order it over the phone if you'd like. But there you go, that's all there is to it. Short video for you today, but you know, there's not a whole lot to QR code signs. So, back out of here. So, it's been a pleasure as always. If you have any suggestions for future videos or you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and comment on the video either on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll see it and go from there. And soon, we should have a new version of the DeltaNet to go over with you. So we're going to go through a lot of our old videos and a lot of our old systems, but we're going to go through them in the new DeltaNet so you can get a look at that and see what's coming next. So, in the meantime, join me again next week and we'll go over something new. Thanks a lot.